get about 3-4 videos in today. I'm in my morning attire. I have a robe on, but I have on a dress underneath it. You know, I walk around the house in. But excuse how I look. I just threw on something on my lips, wash my face, brush my teeth, and got my morning boost. Do y'all take these? These are so good. These are morning boost. This is like a natural energy muscle builder because I'm trying to get my sexy back. Shoot, I'm about to get my sexy back. Tommy then went and got Beyonce nephew. He 21 and she 41. I said, oh, hell no, Tommy. I don't get my sexy back. But we gonna talk real quick about what I woke up to this morning. Come on in, make sure y'all push the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Help your girl get this 100K this year. You know what I'm saying? 100 subscribers. Let's talk about what I woke up to this morning. I don't know if all of you know about this story, but the young man in, what's his name? His last name, Butts. I forgot his name that damn fast because he's a non-factor. He was just sentenced for unaliving a 13-year-old in Detroit, Michigan. He had a whole relationship with Miss Harris. Desire Harris, I believe that's her name. He had a whole relationship with her. Jarvis Bucks. And, oh my God, I'm having a hot flash. Y'all see this? This is my morning look, y'all. Excuse how I'm looking. So I woke up this morning. I just watched the man get sentenced to 100 years. And they kind of gave him some breaks in there. And it ended up being like 60 years he was going to have to do, which he should have got life with no parole. And actually, since they didn't give him life in the state of Michigan, and this is the state of Michigan where I'm from, the same state that gave my nephew 30 to 60 years for a $200 gas station robbery they couldn't prove. But he unalived a 13-year-old, had a whole full relationship with her, and got the same time as my nephew. I don't understand. In the state of Michigan. So God said, not on my clock. He woke up unalive this morning. Jarvis Bucks is gone. This man had a full-blown relationship with this little girl. Let me tell y'all, the people that don't know the story. He was dating her auntie. I don't know where her mother was because I really haven't been following it closely. I don't like stories like that. So I try not to, follow them kind of stories because I get mad. So her auntie and her grandmother was raising her. And her auntie met this Jarvis Bucks dude. Very good looking, like one of the barges or somebody. Very, very good looking. He actually like my cousin. And I believe she had 5 kids by him. And this brother been in and out of jail. He been in and out of jail, right? So she kept having babies by him. And the whole time, this brother's a petty. He like kids. She's not the only child he was sleeping with in that home. Her cousin got on the stand. It was like, you took my innocence. You did this and that and this. Let me tell y'all ladies this. And I don't know how many times I had to make these kind of videos, but I get pissed off. Stop bringing mother uckers around your family members, especially your children. Y'all do not know these people because you like him. He feel good to you. He look good. Don't mean he's supposed to be left in the house with your daughter. Shit, nowadays, your son. Stop leaving these mother uckers around your kids. These are not their stepdaddies. These are not their dads. They're not relatives. A lot of these people are predators. And before you know it, you could be thinking they running the household while you working or you in school, and they got a whole full relationship going. And I'm about to say something that's going to make people mad because y'all call it victim shaming. But I call it being real. These fast-tail-ass little girls, a lot of times cutting into these dummies. And these dummies can't control their peace and they fall for it. But these little girls do the most. They just read a bunch of messages. Well, my daughter was reading them to me this morning. They was in court. Text messages between the two of them. Do y'all know how many times Miss Harris, little Miss Harris 13, was telling that man to meet her in the basement, asking him to lick on her. Do you know how many? I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I said, how does she even know how to talk like that? Then she told him, I didn't get my period. You need to go get the plan B. How she even know this stuff? So I'm saying somewhere parenting is getting lost. And I'm not blaming her. She a kid. But at 13, you know better. I don't care what nobody say, how y'all put it. 13, you know better. And the Lord word don't lie. A disobedient child days would be shortened. She's no longer here because she was being disobedient. And his dumb ass happened to be around to go forward instead of being a uncle, a big brother, and check her ass and say, what are you talking about? No, I don't know who cut into who. It really don't matter because they both gone this morning. This here morning, what is it? March what? I don't even know. 2026, both of them dead. All behind lust. Being disobedient. A pedophile. Because somebody thought he was cute and brought him around their kids. Now, my question is, he had 5 or 6 kids by her auntie. Did he touch his own kids? They really need to take all those kids up out the house. Because if he touched her and her cousin, I'm on my walker, y'all. Y'all see him sitting on my walker. I be exercising on my walker. That's why I'm on my walker, y'all. But I really don't walk with it anymore unless I'm out and about. So if you guys wonder, what is she sitting on? On a walker. But anyway, I'm real pissed off because I have a 13-year-old granddaughter. I have a 13-year-old granddaughter. And their names is almost identical. Her name is Desire Harris, I think. And my dog grandbaby name is Doriah Harris. And they both 13. And guess what? I constantly got to put my foot on her neck. Her mama constantly got to put her foot on her neck because 13-year-olds be fast as hell and out of control. Don't play with these kids. Stop lying and acting like, oh, she's an angel. No, she's not. They know too much. These videos, these celebrities, the Cardi B's, they want to be like these people they see on TV. They want to wear the lashes. They want to put the earrings in their nose. They want to be fast and shit. Stop letting them do it. Make their ass be kids. I don't care if you got to say, you know what? No, you ain't getting your hair done no more. You finna wear pigtails with some damn barrettes in your head because you 13. No, that grown shit out the window. Because predators out here want your little girl. A lot of y'all times y'all be bringing dudes in your house. Y'all think the dude want you. He don't want you. He want your little girl. Because these girls run around here built up. If y'all see my 13-year-old, she built like she's 17. She can easily lie to a dude, but I don't believe dudes that say, she lied to me. That's the biggest lie y'all can say because once she opened her mouth, you know she's not 17. When she giggle, you know she's not 17. She don't even have a conversation like a 17-year-old. Once you see her on TikTok and Walmart, you know she ain't 17. So all that, I thought she would know. You looked at her body. She was cute. She was a virgin. And you went for it. You nothing ass mother. I'm just so sick of these nothing ass dudes. And then they want to make the excuse. I didn't know. You knew. Who just, for real, who just sleeping with people? Am I in a Twilight Zone? Who just sleeping with people with no identification? Thank you so much for the love. Who just laying up and not sure how old somebody is? Not sure if this their real name. You know, it's just crazy to me, the world we living in right now. Are we in a Twilight Zone? When I told y'all I met the younger dude that's younger than me, Shanquell. When I met him, I don't know if y'all, let me put this down before I drop it on the carpet. When I met him, y'all, I told you I met him when my father was dying. I was upset that night and everything. But before he came in my presence, before we kicked it and was alone or anything, let me tell you what he did before I had a chance to do it. He went in his wallet We were talking in his car. I hadn't even let him in my house because guess what? I had a teenage daughter in my house. I had a teenage son in my house, and then I had a preteen. Well, a 9. How old was Gino? 9 or 10 when I met him. So I didn't want him around my kids. You know what I'm saying? You're not just gonna meet my damn kids. So I sat in his car, right? And the first thing I noticed in his car, he had a Bible. He had it right up there on the dash. So I'm like, did he put that up there to impress me? So I started asking him about scripture. This brother knows scripture like the back of his hand. He was just throwing them at me. He knew this word. And he's sitting there talking about my dad. He's telling me, I'm praying for your father. I heard you know what you're going through. He met my father a week before he died. And he's a praying, Sean Quayle's a praying dude, man. And he know that word. So that impressed me. But let me tell you what he wanted in his wallet and got. I should ask for his ID. But he went and got his HIV papers. I don't know if he thought he was just going to sleep with me. But he wanted me to know. He said, I want you to hear. I want you to see this. I show this to everybody that I'm interested in. I opened it up. Negative HIV. I said, what is? He said, I just want to let people know I'm good. Even as a friend, I'm good. I've never in my life had a guy hand me his HIV papers. Never. I don't know if he was just proud and he had them in his thing. So guess what I did? I said, oh, since we doing that, I went to my phone, my email, blah, 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 blah. There go mine. Oh, mine is on my email. You know what I'm saying? No, I don't get down like that. And so he did lie to me. I thought he was 34. He was 25. But he was grown. But anyway, I say this to say, who just walking around, laying up with people, and I know how old they are. Now, Jarvis Bucks, your ass, I ain't gonna say God rest your soul. Go to sleep. That was your woman's niece. That was your woman's niece. You knew how old that baby was. You didn't have no excuse. You knew that baby was 13 because you around them. You had been around that family for the longest. You watched that little girl grow up. Negro, you knew that was a baby. I don't care if she texts you, meet me in the basement. You around that family, you should have checked the hell out of her. And I'm saying this to any man watching me. Or woman, because now the women like young boys too. If a kid says something out of pocket to you, your ass better go straight to the parent. Go straight to the parent. And if the parent don't do nothing, you better cut that person off and go to the police. Because next, your ass gonna be Jarvis Bucks in the courtroom getting 100 years. You better cut that shit and nip it off at the butt. Let me tell y'all one thing. My godson, named Brandon, good kid. Brandon had one child. One child. Always was around me when I was at work, whatever, he'd take care of the kids or whatever. Brandon was a little bit older than Tia. Right now, Brandon probably is 37 or whatever. But let me see what happened to Brandon. Brandon was about to get married, right? And before he actually got married, he was hanging, I guess, staying with his cousin or cousin friend or whatever. And it was some teenage girls there. His friends' cousins were there, the girls. Well, I guess everybody was hooking up. Brandon happened to hook up with one of the girls who looked like she was probably 18, 19. He kept sleeping with the girl. So I guess he tell, and he supposed to get married. So I guess he tell his boy, I kind of like your cousin. So the boy was like, who? And he told him, he said, my little cousin? So he telling him, he said, yeah. He said, do you know how old my little cousin is? Well, ain't she like 18? He said, no, she's 15. What? She lied to him. From my understanding, she had a fake ID. So he telling her cousin, man, at night, me and her, he had been sleeping with her. So he goes to the little girl, because the cousin said, you better cut that shit off. I'm surprised the cousin didn't whoop his ass. But he goes to the little girl, And he tell her, I can't mess with you, and I can't believe you did this, and why you lie, I can go to jail. Guess what she did? She fell in love with him, so she went to her mama and told her mama that he raped her. Yeah. And had DNA to prove it. So Brandon doing 21 years in prison. 21 years. Good kid. 21 years. All because she told him she was 18, 19 years old and she was 15. But I blame him. First of all, he was engaged. Second, why you didn't go to her cousin first and say, was it okay for you to talk to his cousin? And third, why you didn't really get to know who she was? I'm for sure that girl wasn't acting 18, 19, Brandon. Her booty probably looked like it. So his whole life then got thrown away. His only child got to be raised by her mama. Your marriage is down out the window. Your wedding gone. And all you have is, damn, I shouldn't have done that. It's messed up. Do you know how many people in jail right now for touching children? Nicki Minaj's husband, he a registered person because he touched a girl underage. Let them tell it, allegedly, he didn't know how old she was. How many times y'all gonna use that same old violin? I know. So either you like your freedom or you don't. You want to go to hell or you don't. Because you would get to know. You would go ask her mother how old she is. Hey, she cute as hell. How old is she? She like me. Her mama gonna let you know and cuss your ass out. Go to the source. But hey, y'all, sometimes, let me tell you, sometimes these mamas got these girls doing this shit. I know y'all don't want to hear that. Sometimes these mamas out here selling these girls. And sometimes they ain't even intentionally selling the girls. It's what they putting on them. The Bible tell you, do not sell your kids. Do not prostitute your children. If you got them in the booty shorts and the lashes and prom coming up, I want y'all to do something for me. I want y'all to post every prom picture you see that look like a stripper. I promise you, you're going to see dozens of girls look like they little Kim at the prom this year. They do it every year. And most of them girls that get them expensive prom dresses, they graduating with a D-, barely made it. But the mama want to look like some money. She want to look like she doing something. So they get these lavish big graduation parties, and they pull up in the Bentleys, and they want to outdo their friends. You know, they have the ice damaged sculptures and all kind of shit like they just got married. And little Shaquanda go to the prom party, get pregnant, get high, whatever. Her ass going to McDonald's next week to work. And y'all doing all this shit like she just graduated from Yale. It just cracked me up. And you guess who do it? Guess who do it? We do it. You see Becky there in a little Goodwill dress and some Easter white shoes. You don't see Becky out there, and her mom and daddy got it. Her mom and daddy rich. You see her in a little yellow, cute little dress with some white Easter shoes on and her little pocketbook. Shaquanda in there like she Donna Ross. Ain't got a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. Her wig probably could cost $2,000. Black folk, we messed up. I'm for real. We messed up. Am I lying? Check me when I'm lying. And if you mad because it's your ass. I'm dead ass. If you mad about what I'm saying because it's the truth, it's your ass. We're failing out here raising these children. I don't know who failing, but we failing. I'm going to take accountability too. We failing because when did it get so bad you can't check a kid? Do you know right now if I check a little girl, just say I go in the store right now, a little girl got on her pajamas and a bonnet, and I say, baby girl, you so cute. Why you come out of that? You shouldn't come out of that. Do you know she would cuss me out? I'll probably get jumped and get sprayed with bear mace when I get to the parking lot. These kids ain't got respect for their elders. They ain't gonna respect what I'm saying. And I can say it in the nicest way. Be like, you was too pretty to be out here, baby. Because let me tell you something. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. What if I was a modeling scout or something? And you out here like that, you gonna miss your opportunity. She gonna say, bitch, who you talking to like that? She gonna go off on me. Where did it come a time in life where kids don't respect their elders? You know when? Because the bad parenting. Y'all raising them like this. Because I wish mine would. Let somebody say, my daughter 34 years old, let somebody 64 say, you know, she cussed me out, called me bitches. She got a problem with me. She did what? And she 34 and no better. I'm 56 and no better. So if your child out here spraying mace, disrespecting their elders, your ass failed them. Did y'all remember that some of y'all new here, over the summer, last April, y'all, or was it May? I got sprayed with mace and my 1-year-old grandson because my daughter went to get her lashes done with her baby and her sister and got jumped. So when I get there, took the police about 45 minutes to an hour to get there. So when I get there and I'm asking them, my grandbaby already maced, and I'm like, what the hell wrong with y'all? Where's y'all mamas at? Shh, I'm maced. Bitch, my mama whoop your ass. That's how I know these parents are failing, because you so comfortable telling an elderly woman, your mama will whoop my ass because I'm checking you for doing something wrong. These people are out of control, and I blame the parents. And this is why I made a video. I meant to post it yesterday about the fathers being absent, because a lot of the black men sitting here blaming black women for failing. But how you gonna be the absent parent and blaming her? If Shaquanda ain't over there doing what she's supposed to do, Pookie, why your ass ain't taking your child? Why you ain't knocking on the door to see what your child doing? Why you ain't up at the school, Pookie? I don't want to hear, I told y'all, I can't deal with black women. You dealt with her for that moment when you got her pregnant. And that baby is a lifetime. It's not even about y'all being together. It's about parenting. If you don't ever want to talk to her, you don't have to. But you better go see about your child, or your child might be little Miss Harris and missing. They still don't know where she at. But if she had a father knocking on grandma's door, even though the mama was gone. Hey, I come to get my daughter, man. I come to check on her. What you do today at school? Give me your phone. Let me see. Run it. Every single person watching me, do something today. Do something today. And some of y'all, we might see y'all on the news because kids run the house now. Put that restriction on your kid's phone. That parenting restriction. And the ones that's failing in school, the ones that's disobedient, the ones that's not listening to you, go in that room and take the damn phone. Y'all scared. Go in there, get them Jordans. I just seen a father cut his son hair bald because he said he wanted to be a grown man. And then I seen a father a couple years ago cut his son hair like George Jefferson. Oh, you want to be a grown? Oh, you an old ass grown man. Okay. Now you finna go to school and be grown then. Here you go. He cut the whole middle of his hair. All he had was, he looked like my daddy when he went to school. He was sitting in class like this. Yeah, that's what grown folks do. You grown. Grown people buy their own shoes. They buy their own clothes. Grown people don't get phones. They don't get the internet. See, y'all got to go back to old school parenting or y'all finna lose. If y'all don't go back to old school parenting, y'all finna lose a kid, but sometimes it's too late. Y'all do that now, your daughter gonna fight you, and then she gonna record it, and then she gonna call her friends, and her friends gonna jump you too. Nowadays, you gotta come outside loaded, not playing with these kids. You're like, who wanna play with me? For real, because these kids is out of control, and it's sad because it's all little black kids. I'm not saying Peter and Tommy don't pow up schools, because they do. But they've been doing that shit. And I ain't trying to be racist, but you expect that. Because since they've been little, they've been calling their mom bitches. Shut up, mom. I'm going to blow up the whole fucking house. They've been doing that shit. But we haven't been able to do that. If you don't believe me, tell some of y'all parents. Some of y'all young folks is watching. Ask some of y'all parents to take off their clothes and let you see their back and their legs. I promise you're going to see extension cord marks and race car track marks and shoe marks. They're going to say, yeah, my mama did this on, I remember when I was 13 and when I was 15. They got marks all over their damn body from their parents. And their parents didn't go to nobody jail. My mother had, damn it, what my granddad used to call it, that belt, the strap. She had strap marks all over her back like she was a slave. And she was an old woman, 80-some years old, still had them marks from her daddy. My mama died at 80 with them marks on her. Because her daddy wasn't playing with her. Did he go to jail? Hell no. But see, that's why they had to change the law. Let me enlighten y'all about the law. They never said you cannot discipline your child. That's another myth. They said you cannot beat your child. Because y'all was out there beating them kids. I had one whooping in my whole life, and I didn't like how it felt. See, I'm smart. I had one whooping in my entire life and didn't like the way it felt. So I said, I'm never doing that again. Whatever I did, mama, I promise you it won't happen again. I don't like getting hit. So I never did it again. I done been on punishments and stuff, but getting hit, not Nina. It took that one whooping. My mama hit me 3 licks. Plop, plop, plop. I cried all day. I was like, Jesus, she's crazy. You don't tell people to go get a whip off the tree and twist it up and hit a human being. This lady crazy. No, that's what they used to do though. You had to go get your own switches and get the leaves off of it. You pulling the leaves off your own damn whip. But that lets you know the Willie Lynch letter is still embedded in a lot of people's minds, especially back then, because they were whipping their kids like their ancestors getting whipped by massa. How many of y'all had to lay over y'all bed and hold on to the headboard and your mama whipping you with a whip? That's what they did to master. That's what master did to the ancestors. So guess what? The law had to step in and say, come on, man. These kids coming to school bloody, whips, Band-Aids all over the place. No, we can't have that. So they changed the law. I know people that got beat with race car tracks. Y'all. Do y'all know how hard a race car plastic track is? And when you swing it, you can hear the wind. I know people got marks on their backs from race car tracks. Parents would whoop them with a damn board. They would throw a telephone at you back in the day. Whatever was close. What you say? And how many of y'all had a mom when she on the phone and y'all talking too loud and she do this? Y'all would scatter like roaches. I'm sorry, mama. It was scared as hell. Mama didn't have to say nothing back in the day. She just looked at you in church. Jesus on the main line. I know that ain't my kids talking. She didn't have to say nothing. What happened? Now, let me bring up something else. You couldn't listen to profanity in front of your mother. I was a grown woman with kids with my own crib. If I'm blasting Tupac or something in my house, and my mother, hey, what y'all doing? And she hear, up the click, and the click, you clang, oop, click it. I know you ain't playing that dirty music, and I'm up here. I had to cut my own music off. I couldn't be in the car. My mother was deaf any other time, but use a bad word. Even mumble one. Even play it on the radio. She heard every single word. She can recite everything Cardi B said, but she can't hear nothing else. Oh, she can hear them bad words. I know you ain't playing that nasty music around me. We could not play that. We couldn't say profanity. You couldn't smoke weed around your parents. You couldn't drink around you couldn't do nothing. I don't care how old you was. My mother went all the way to Chicago and checked my big sister, who is only 16 years younger than her, married with kids. And my sister made a comment to my tattletale ass that she wasn't scared of my mama. And my mama know not to mess with her. And I said, oh, wait till I get home. Because I was visiting in Chicago. So I'm telling. My mother kept that inside of her for a whole year till she see my sister again. And my mom was sitting there saying, yeah, and I heard what you told Nina. I'm feeling like, what I tell her? Was she gonna put me on the spot? She said, I know what you told her. So my sister said, what, my dear? You told her I was scared of you? You should have seen the fear in my sister's eyes. She looking at me, I'm looking at her, and I'm like, what's about to happen, Jesus? She said, come here. She said, have I ever in my life been scared of anybody, let alone one of my goddamn own kids? And my sister tried to get smart. My mother slapped her so hard. I thought her head went around. This was a grown woman, y'all, with kids and a husband in her house. We visited from Michigan and Chicago. She slapped her and told her to go outside somewhere and sit down. My sister went outside on her front steps in her house with her cigarette and was shaking like this, like Prince Daddy on Purple Rain, just crying. And her kids was in the backyard laughing, dog. Ooh, Debo just got punked. They loved that my mama punked her. They was like, ooh, we know who to call. She ain't tough. Debo just got punked. My mama didn't play. She said, not tell anybody else I'm scared of you. She said, I don't give a damn how old my kids are. They would never whoop me. And my mother meant that. My mother is dead and gone right now. I can call one of my siblings right now, Janice and James, right now, and say, you know mama would be mad. They'd get some act right. You right. We still scared. She gone. So we still scared. We'll say something, look around, and be like, ooh. My mother didn't play, and she only hit me one time in my life. You could not be around grown people. You couldn't be in their mouth watching them talk. Now the kids sitting there, you on the phone, you got company, your kids running around dancing, popping, and y'all heard the new Cardi B song, and they all in your company face. We couldn't do it. Boys and girls couldn't be in the same room. Your friends not supposed to know your kids. No, we couldn't. It was rules to the game, and that's why we were raised different. Was it problems back then? Yeah. Was people still getting craped? Yeah. All this shit been going on. Incest. You know why? I say incest been going on since the beginning of time, because granddaddies and uncles and stuff would touch your kids. That's why them people didn't play back then. They knew cousins would sleep with cousins. I used to be thinking my family members was crazy. Every 5 minutes, just say you out of town, a family reunion, every 5 minutes, an auntie or uncle coming down and checking. What y'all doing? We ain't doing nothing, dang. Where's such and such at? They want to know where, and I used to think like, damn, we can't do nothing. No, they knew that shit existed. And when it was bedtime, what grandmama say? Y'all boys go down the basement, y'all girls go in there. Like, we cousins. I wish y'all would stay in the same room. What's wrong with grandma? I used to think my grandmama and my mama was so fast. I'm like, they had to be fast as hell. They can't be around their cousins. We ain't like y'all. My mother used to be so strict on the kids, grandkids. They was like, what is wrong with grandma? But she got pregnant at 15 and had a baby at 16. So she knew. She was like, y'all can't pull the wool over my eyes. I know what's going on. And she said, I got pregnant out in the woods. I'm like, in the woods, mama? Anywhere. You can't trust your kids to go to the playground without checking on them every 30 minutes. They gonna be on the merry-go-round getting it in. You better go check on them kids. And a lot of you mothers, y'all working and y'all so into self and girls trips that the kids raising their damn self. That's their house. You ain't even there. And every time you turn around, you got a new man in their face. When did you gonna take time and go to counseling with your kids? When you gonna take time and take them to see Mickey Mouse? Half y'all that been all out the country. Tell me if I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. Y'all done went all out the country with y'all friends and y'all boyfriends, and y'all child never even met Mickey Mouse. Your child never been to Disney World. Your child never left the city, but you been everywhere, mama. Everywhere. And you wonder why these kids out here rebelling and getting pregnant, and then y'all glorifying dumb shit. Let me tell you what y'all glorify. Section 8, Medicaid, food stamps. That's a goal. Y'all know when the Section 8 list getting coming open? You know, my friend just had a baby. She has had a big old baby shower. Y'all glorify these young girls and give them baby showers. I wish I would give a 13-year-old baby shower. I be seeing that shit to be like, what the hell is wrong with my people? That ain't nothing to say. Okay, the baby here, I love him, but I ain't gonna celebrate that shit. I'm still mad. When my sister had my nephew at 16, like my mother did, see, I broke the cycle. Well, my older sister did too. My sister, my mother, my sister, and her daughter, they all had kids at 16. But when my sister had a baby at 16, I was 8. I'm 8 years younger than her. I watched how hard my mother was on her, that I said I would never in life have a kid. She didn't make it easy because she knew I was coming up behind her. I couldn't hold her baby. I couldn't change her baby. My mama didn't play that. She said, get that baby out of my baby hands. That's your baby. My mother didn't play that. And I'm 8 years older than my nephew, that's the one that's doing a lot of time in prison. He ended up being like my little brother. But my mother didn't play that. My mother would make her iron his t-shirts. She was Mother Dearest, Mommy Dearest. I'm like, you gotta iron his t-shirt. Well, when he put it on, it ain't gonna be wrinkled no more. She said, Mama don't care. She didn't care. His pants and shirts had to be hung. He had little baby hangers. His stuff, my nephew had like a long closet of baby clothes just hung up. He had his little shoes. He had his little church clothes. My mother would check the drawers with his Pampers and everything. She couldn't be a raggedy mama. And you know what else my mother didn't let her do? When she woke up when the baby crying, no, you ain't propping that bottle. You finna get up and walk with your baby and feed him because that's your baby. And my mother would sit there and watch her. My sister was the captain of the pom-pom squad at the high school. What grade was she when she had my nephew? 10th. Well, when it was a game, my mother would pull up at halftime, let her perform, and make her get back in the car and go home. She's like, I can't go to the game, not this weekend, because I don't want to babysit this weekend. Maybe next weekend. I don't feel good. You got a baby. Them girls out there don't have babies. And then eventually she had to go to she went to the pregnant girl school when she was pregnant. Back then, you couldn't walk around other girls with a baby bump because you had the cooties. Mamas would call, be like, oh, hell no, I know you ain't got no pregnant girl to school with my daughter. They had to go to a school called Parks. They could not be in the school with the regular girls because they was the dirty girls, the fast tail ass girls. See, we had a different upbringing. Now you go into school, that's all you see. You see pregnant girls like you see the new Jordans. I remember I asked when my daughter was in high school. I asked the principal, I said, why is there so many pregnant girls in here? Why they ain't going to the pregnant school? He said, they closed that school down, Miss Mayberry. I said, huh? He said, there's so many pregnant girls that they can't even hold them no more. We got to let them come back to regular school. They just walking around pregnant. 9th, 10th, 11th grade. I'm like, what the hell happened? Carbon copy your mama. Who gonna break the cycle? What you want. Life is about what you want. It ain't how you start, it's how you finish. I had to check a couple relatives before because they had that same violin ass song. My mama was on drugs. My mama was on drugs. Dun, 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 dun. My daddy was in prison. Dun, 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 dun. That's why my life's so messed up. No, 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 no. I'm not hearing that shit. I am not hearing that shit because life is what you make it. You should want to be better than your parents if that's the case. If that's the case, you should want to be better than your parents. You should strive so hard to be what they was not. I had a little girl live right next door to me. Her aunt and uncle was raising her and her brother because her mama was on that shit and her daddy was in prison. Do you know that girl got all kind of scholarships to go to college, to be an engineer, and some other stuff? She probably making $300,000 a year now, if she's not rich. And the odds was against her. She didn't have no clothes. Her auntie was struggling. You know, her uncle, they didn't know what to do with them. Her brother was rebelling. Her brother kept going in and out the system. And I had to talk to him one day. I said, so you telling me you're mad? I'm mad because my daddy, and I'm mad because my mom. I said, your sister got the same parents you got. I don't care. She just weak. No, you weak. She's sitting there studying and you crying. She's sitting there focusing on her life and you tear yours up. So who are you hurting by hurting yourself? Young man, you're hurting you. You right, Miss Nina. I'm just mad. Well, be mad in the right way and do something about it. Fix your life. Change it. Be something that your mother and father couldn't be. Show them that you made it without them. Make your auntie and uncle proud who's struggling to make sure you eat. So one day you can buy them a car and a house. But see, that's the story these kids using. They're using how they was raised, but it's the mindset. You got to be better than your circumstances. You got to be bigger than your situation. Because if I sat here and cried about what I'm going through, I'd be messed up, man. Every day I wake up trying to think of something to change my life. And the people are laughing about people that's down, shame on you, because life be lifing, for real. You can be way up here, next day you like, what the hell happened? That happened to me 3 times to 2019. So I'm the last person to talk about somebody's life and struggles, because out of nowhere, life can come slap you off your damn square, and you don't even know why. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't do none of that. Why do I struggle, dear God? I don't cheat. How did I end up with these kind of dudes? Because I was too busy living life and not living for God like I was supposed to. I was leading by the flesh and not by the spirit. So I had to face the consequences. Even though I love God, I pray every day, but you can't pray and love God and live a whole different kind of lifestyle. I don't know why my phone is not charging, y'all. You just can't. But the main thing missing is God. When they took God out the schools, it was over. It was over. You can't even mention him in school without getting kicked out. The Lord left and the devil came in. And I blame parenting. I blame parenting because I know I wasn't the perfect parent. I look at a lot of stuff I did wrong, but my kids can use profanity around me. I never was drinking and partying with my kids. I didn't let them smoke around me. All that. I'm like, no, I'm no. Y'all do y'all shit with no. Y'all grown, go outside in the car, go do y'all thing. No, you ain't doing it with me. And now, this is what they say. Everybody doing that. You tripping. You old fashioned. That's what made people live to be 90 and 100 years old, being old fashioned. Being a cool mama, your child die at 20. Y'all better wake up. I never remember growing up. Tell me if I'm lying. Check me if I'm lying. I never remember growing up and our friends' mothers had big stomachs and out of shape. First of all, we never paid attention to our friends' moms' booties and stuff like they do now. We didn't look at our friends' parents. We never did that. But I never remember anybody saying they're going to get a BBL. I never remember them saying, I don't like my body. I'm finna go to Dr. Miami. I've never heard that. And my mother had the biggest booty, stomach, titties I ever seen in my life. I don't ever remember her taking off her clothes in front of the mirror and be like, you know what? I hate this. My mama didn't give a damn. She be like, Nina, did you cut that cold water on my greens? Because they've been sitting there. I hope you. And Janice, did you pop my peas? She didn't give a damn about none of that. I got to get this dinner on for y'all daddy. I got to go out here in my garden for a minute. I need a peace of mind. Oh, I'm going on the fish bank. I've never heard my mother say nothing. You know what I remember with my mama? I remember my mama getting dressed on Sunday morning, going to church, and had to pick what girdle she was going to put on. Nina, give me that black one. Now, that one ain't got too tight. Give me that one. Give me the tan one. It go with my suit. My mama used to put on a girdle. She used to put on a girdle, some control panties, and them tight-ass stockings, and have them all the way up under her titties. Then she had a shotgun bra on. I'm like, how is you breathing? How you finna sing Jesus on the main line and you can't breathe? They didn't care. That's why them old ladies used to be in church and had the best posture. Because they couldn't breathe. And they had a Holy Ghost, they was like this. nothing moving. But like they had the curve and everything. As soon as they get in the car, the shoes coming off, the stockings got the line up the leg. My mama telling me, pull my jacket up. She popping, she coming out like a biscuit. And I still don't ever remember me or my friends ever saying, my mama's stomach big. I never remember that. Which is, it was normal. Mama, shit, that's mama. Mama's supposed to look like that. She had kids. I mean, I ain't know it was hereditary, mama. You didn't tell me that. But I'm just being for real. Am I lying? Check me when I'm lying. I said, some of y'all still doing it right now. Somebody right now sitting there like, why is Nina telling all my business? I ain't even wearing my girdle Sunday. I swear to goodness this girl be talking too damn much. Y'all know it's you. And I never ever remember, check me when I'm lying, a dude saying, why your booty so little? Man, we used to wear the sundresses, big booty, no booty, small booty, dented booty. I don't remember dudes doing all that. They might say something about your breasts because you know dudes, the titty boys. You got them grandma titties. Man, let me tell you a quick story. I was working at McDonald's on Wealthy Street in Grand Rapids. And everybody used to come here after the game. So it was the hood McDonald's. It was like being at a club. So I loved my job, and all my friends worked with me. My whole group worked there, right? Big game. My high school was playing Christian High School, one of the biggest games of the year. We know they coming to McDonald's. The bus pull up at McDonald's. So I'm like, oh, the game is about to come over here, all the boys. And so we got it already setting up. And this dude, I ain't gonna say his name because I still want to slap him. I ain't tooting my own horn, but I was a little popular, you know, and it was like, it's Nina. Look at Nina. Nina with the mama titties. And I had these same size 30 ADs since I was in the 6th grade, y'all. I am not lying. 30 ADs. So, Nina with the mama titties. I'm like, what, in the 11th grade, 12th grade? I kept saying, shut up. Do you know this fool reached over the counter and grabbed both my titties and tried to pull me over the counter in front of all the people at the whole restaurant was packed with high school kids. And I was about to send him to Jesus. I went crazy. My manager and the co-workers had to hold me down. I was kicking and I was going crazy. I'm sorry. They was like, Nina was for the kill. I was for to kill that boy. And every time I see him to this day, he'd do like this. You still mad at me? Man, shut up. Go try to pull me over the counter. Like, Nina got the mama titties. So that's the only thing I remember boys doing, like doing stupid boy shit. Because I didn't have no booty then. I ain't never heard, but she got a flat booty. I ain't never heard that. I mean, for real. They said it, they whispered it. I mean, boys just wasn't into all that. News didn't care. If you was cute, and we all had long hair back then. We wasn't wearing wigs and shit. I think I remember 2 or 3 girls wearing a wig when I was in high school. We all had long. Can y'all still hear me? She just would not stop. That's my 19-year-old. Just hard-headed. She a hard-headed one. Can y'all still hear me? Can somebody tell me if they hear me? I need somebody, please tell me if you can hear me. Can y'all hear? Okay. Speaking of her. Thank you. Who was that? Thank you for the love. If y'all want to support the channel, please support the channel. People constantly give me super chats. My Cash App is $ Nina121269. My Zelle is my email, Nina121269. I appreciate the love. It's going to a good cause. I'm trying to pay off my credit debt, y'all, so I can move on with my life and move forward. I am trying my best not to file bankrupt. I want to just, you know, Mr. Willie, you can get that. You know, I owe him $3,500, and I owed another place with 4 or 5 or something. And then I owe some other debts, so I can deal with that later. But them 2 debts is stopping me from moving forward to give me another place, and both of them was out of my control. I paid my bills. I did the right thing. I don't take from people. So y'all gotta be careful judging folks. Because some people be like, how you 56 and you started over this and that and this? Because it's life. Because you haven't went through it yet don't mean you're not going to. It's people that's in my situation, they're 80. I mean, life be lifing. I had somebody today ask me, no, they said, they was on Lakeisha show, and they said something about people trying to act like YouTube is a career. YouTube is a career, honey. You see the mindset of people. What do you call making $200,000 a month? And somebody try to check me. No, that's a year. No, that's a month. Anton Daniels and Tasha K make that a month. A month. Sherelle World, she makes at the minimum $35,000 a month. What career you know do that? But the mindset of people, they need to go get a job. Would you go get a job if you made $200,000 a month? For real, that ain't guaranteed. Your job not guaranteed either. You know how people lost their job at GM and they closed down plants? Nothing is guaranteed. I'm like, what is wrong with these people in this world? Just say you do YouTube for 5 years. I ain't on that level, so I ain't talking about me. I'm talking about them. Just say Anton been doing it for 10 years, so it's Tasha K. And they was making, say they started off real mediocre like me, and now for the last 5 years they've been making between $50,000 and $200,000 a month. Do you know how much money they got? They can stop working right now and never see another clock again. Let me tell y'all something for the people that think YouTube is a game, that think anybody that's an entrepreneur is a game. Ain't nothing like your freedom. Your freedom should not be for sale. When you punch in a clock, you belong to master. And y'all thinking entrepreneurs are stupid. I'm not saying don't provide for yourself and take care of yourself. I'm saying you better know some shit. I mean, damn, that's the goal, ain't it? To have your freedom, to live your best life. And a lot of y'all do. That's what y'all want to do. Cool. That's good for you. Because somebody else is an entrepreneur, don't get it twisted that they ain't doing nothing with their life. Because what's his name? Funky Dineva. Funky make like $150,000 a month. And Funky was corporate. He quit a corporate job to do YouTube. A lot of people you see had corporate jobs. Lakeisha was a principal. Yes, y'all don't understand. So he quit his job and he said, I just got sick of having to answer to people for a 6-figure job. So I decided to go all in on YouTube. So he started doing them funny videos and stuff. He wasn't making a lot of money at first. But within like probably less than 6 months, he was up there making $20,000, $30,000 a month. But he said, I took a pay cut to quit my job for my freedom because there's nothing like my freedom. My life is not for sale. I got tired, so I quit, and it paid off. He made $150,000 a month. His job probably was paying him that a year. He making that a month now. That's called stepping out on faith, trusting God. And everybody said, well, YouTube go in. Everything in life go in. You go in. I mean, so I don't understand the logic thinking of people with an algorithm up and down. So is your boss. And let me say this, let me enlighten y'all on something that also think because you got a career, you're good. And people that's entrepreneurs stupid. What is your boss? The person that signed your check, what do you call them? They're an entrepreneur. Y'all don't realize that. The person signing your check is an entrepreneur. The same people you saying stupid for being an entrepreneur, you work for one. What do you call a boss? An entrepreneur. But see, people logical thinking skills don't click in, and when I say that, they get mad. That's why you struggling. Okay, your day might come too. I hope it don't. I hope you never have to feel what I feel. But I might be struggling, but guess what? My health good is yours. You might be struggling in another area. You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you put on people. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, somebody else's leg, they can do 2 different kind of splits. I barely can walk. So you got to be careful what you say to people. But I digress. Back to what I was saying, y'all. These kids, we got to check these kids because look what just happened with Jarvis Bucks. Is that his name? He gone this morning, y'all. Everybody gonna be talking about it. Just look it up. It's all over Michigan news. It's like nationwide. They found him dead. I told my daughter when he got sentenced, I said, he ain't for the last. He was in court like this the whole time with a mask on his face and his head down. And I'm looking like, if I was the judge, one of my main rules would be, no, you give me eye contact. You don't get to put your head down. Look at me when I'm talking to you. Face the music. I read the text messages. You had a whole full-blown relationship with a kid. You licking and all kind of stuff. You just turned that baby out. I don't care if you wasn't her first, because 9 times 10, that's what people say. These girls fat. Okay, I don't care. He was a grown-ass man. He knew better. He's controlling his peace. She ain't. It's a couple text messages that she wrote saying, meet me in the basement at 3 in the morning. He upstairs in the bed with her auntie, and she texting this fool, meet me in the basement. And he wrote back, are you sure? You no good mother ucker. What you mean, is she sure? You supposed to have shook your woman and said, read this, baby. Your niece tripping. That's what you should have did. Now you woke up dead this morning. And I ain't trying to be funny. You woke up gone with no air in your lungs. And 9 times out of 10, like I told my daughter, the guards gonna let them kill him. I know how they get down in prison when it comes to shit like that. Them guards is finna let them kill that boy. They gonna turn their back and let them. It ain't no protected custody for him. And he knew that because he been in prison before. He's sitting there like, it's over for me. He would have been better off just standing up, grabbing one of them guards, paws in the courtroom, and let them have it in the courtroom, because I can imagine what they did to him. But he deserved it. I hate to say that. Everything he went through in his last moments. Yeah. Because he still haven't told where that baby at. He sat in that whole trial and never one time gave the courts justification of where that baby. And I ain't say the family because it's something about that family I'm not feeling. So I can't feel sorry for grandmama and auntie when they had a full-blown relationship and y'all didn't know nothing. This baby pregnant and telling him to go get the day after pill, whatever. How y'all don't know nothing? Y'all wasn't watching her. Especially grandmama, you should have known the way she was moving or how she looked at him in the house. Y'all didn't know nothing. And some women so desperate, y'all. Some women are so desperate to have a man, they would accept some shit. It's some women that would make their kids sleep with their man to keep them. Tyler Perry don't make them movies for nothing. Y'all remember that movie he made? And Blair Underwood was beating his fiance. And the oldest sister checked the mama. You remember? And she said, you gave me to him. And she pretty much said, because that was our way out. He wanted you. Did y'all see that part of the movie? Anything to keep that man. I don't care what aunties say. She knew something. I don't care what aunties say. You in the bed with this man at night. You didn't know he was getting up at 3 in the morning, going down the basement for about an hour. You didn't know that. You never woke up and like, where's Jarvis? Never. The kids never said, cousin, don't be in the bed all night. She be going downstairs. I mean, y'all didn't know nothing. And then when she came up missing, it was so strange. Y'all waited a day or so to call the police, but y'all was covering the shit up. The shit is crazy to me. And it's a lot of parents, as long as you got money, you can do what you want. Look at Tina Turner mama. I ain't trying to be funny. Look what Tina Turner mama was doing. Yeah, you can beat my daughter and do whatever you want to them grandkids as long as you paying my mortgage, Ike. Y'all would be surprised how people do not care about family. They don't care. Don't let your kids spend a night no damn where because daddies and uncles and cousins. A little girl here last year, y'all, and I know I'm talking, but this shit is very important to me. Allegedly, she was a dancer. She met a married man. The girl was only like 23 years old. Pretty. I just ran across her picture, her obituary yesterday. I'm like, this her? She was messing with a married man. I guess his wife had warned him and he went back home. Well, her and her friends took it up on themselves and decided we going over his house. So they knocked on this married man's door with a pawpaw, put it on his wife. I thought he pow-powed her at first, but from the article I read yesterday, he stabbed her at the first blow. So she ran down the street, these black folks, ran down the street. He grabs the pawpaw, I guess she had or he had, chased her down, stood over her body, and pop, 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 until she was gone. 23, this man was 54, I think. First of all, why was you with her? Aren't you married with a wife and kids? Isn't she only 23 damn years old? You a grown-ass man enough to be her daddy, her granddaddy, and you sleeping with this girl. Now her friend got to live with the fact she geeked her up. If I was you, I'd go knock on his door. And they took their bus over there, and she ended up gone in the middle of the street. This shit is outrageous, man. I think he died, too. If I'm not mistaken, I think they said he died in jail. But I know another girl I work with. She was messing with a married man. She told his wife. He caught her coming home from work. He beat her almost to death with a bat. She got one eye right now. He beat her eye out of her socket. He went to prison and had a massive heart attack and died. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Run around cheating, sleeping with people, messing with kids. Is it worth it? Because when they catch your ass, when you go to that penitentiary, it's a wrap for you. They're going to run through you every single day. And I feel sorry for Mr. Bucks' sister, because she raised him. And she was talking to him during his sentencing, and she said, I don't know what went wrong. You used to follow behind me. I did the best I could. What happened? She didn't have no understanding, because she's like, I've raised you the best of my ability, because they mustn't have parents. So she had to raise her little brother. And she looked like, what the hell, what did you do? Now your whole life is gone. Then she woke up this morning and your brother dead. Come on, man. Y'all got to do better. It is too many grown women out here. It's too many grown single women out here that want a man. You ain't got to go mess with no baby. It's too many grown women out here about their business, got a house, car, careers, and they lonely. You don't have to go mess with no baby. Like they said about Tommy messing with Beyonce's nephew. He 23, she's 41 or something. She older than his mama. She older than Solange. Yeah, he grown. No, he 21, I'm sorry, and she 41. They exactly 20 years apart. That Stella got her groove back. She went and got her groove back. Because you know that movie Stella, he was 20 and she was 40. That's a real story. She brought him back from Jamaica. He was 20 and he came back and was like, ooh, thank you for bringing me back over here with Juicy Booty. Yeah. He tricked her ass. But I look at it like this, y'all. I am 56. What can I do with a 26-year-old? For real. My son Gino is 26. What in the hell can I do with a 26-year-old? The way I got to fuss at him and still treat him like he 10. Do you think I want a man laying up with me and I got to treat him like he my damn child? I don't care how much y'all say somebody grown. They mentality, no. It's going to be some conflict somewhere. Because as soon as one of them cut on NBA Youngboy or something, I'm going to be pissed. Like, boy. Or we about to go somewhere, he's sitting there with the video game, and I'm like, if you... Or I go in there, his gym shoes in my bathroom, and your drawers on the floor. If you don't get your... And that's what's going to happen. You ask, what we going to eat today, babe? Oh, I was just thinking about going to get some McDonald's, boo. Why don't you go and get a Little Caesar or tell him I'm at work? You cooking today? Yeah, come home with some Little Caesars on the counter. This what you cook? Oh, I was going to put one of them pieces in the oven. You tell him to go outside and light the grill. His ass go get the gasoline. Yeah. You having a cookout. He got the blunts. Your friends and bring their wine glasses with their husbands and stuff. Your man come out. Y'all want to hit this? For real. You like, we finna watch some movies. What you want to watch? Well, what movie they watch now? I don't even know. Oh, I know. I missed the episode Love and Hip Hop. What you do for a living? I be cutting grass and stuff. I mean, for real. What I got in common with you? It ain't even about money. It's just a conversation. What do I have in common with you? What do a 20-some-year-old woman with an older woman besides laying on her breast and having ex? I mean, for real. What do he want with her and get some money from her? The same thing with them young girls want from y'all old asses. Stability. That's what they want, stability. And some ex. And a little young boy had your hip out of whack. But you ain't finna bounce up and down on me. And I hear older men say that about young girls, y'all. They be like, man, them young girls just want to bounce up on you all day and do TikToks and have ex all day. They don't want to do nothing. I hear them talk about it all the time. But that's what y'all chasing. Because y'all know responsibility don't come with them people. They young. They having fun. You can give them $200. Go to the mall. Get out my face. Like they one of your kids. But nowadays you can't get nobody $200, especially no girls. Oh, I can get Pookie $200 because his ass broke and just want a blunt. But Shaquanda with the big booty, oh, you gotta come with 5,000, 10,000. She want more than that. Shit, her wig is shit 2,000. Y'all in trouble, brother. Her BBL 25,000. Pookie just want a fitted hat. I can go to the mall and get him a $30 fitted hat. Shaquanda want a booty. So it's a difference with us dating young. Shit. I could take his ass, shit, to Chuck E. Cheese. He like playing video games. But this your girl Nina from Unbreakable Strong Woman. For real, I just wanted to give y'all that information that Jarvis Bucks is gone. And Little Miss Harris, I don't want to say her name wrong. It's Desire, it's like my grandbabies. I told y'all, they the same name. Man, their name is spelled almost the same. When I seen her name come across that screen when it first happened, it's because my grandbaby is D-E and apostrophe R-I-Y-H, Harris. Hers is D-A, I think, an apostrophe something, Harris. Both 13. I said, oh my God, that is crazy. Then I started looking at everybody's side eye. Anybody come around my grandbaby, get away from her. Don't stop, no. Don't even compliment her. No, don't go over there. Don't even come near her. I don't trust nobody. Nobody. I can be at a store. Let a dude look at her too hard. Excuse you? What do you... Oh, I thought she was somebody. Okay, you better keep it moving, brother. Because they'll slip your grandbaby, your kids, the number behind your back. And you know these little girls like to get their hair and nails and shit did. They will buy your little girl. My best friend, I'm going to let y'all go after this. My best friend, y'all, started hanging with grown people at 16. Got strung out on crack cocaine at 16. And started prostituting at 16. My best friend right now, I still call her my best friend, but we don't be around each other because we grew apart because she don't listen. I am 56 years old. She 55. She will be 56 May 16th, and she still do the same shit. She never been able to kick it. She'll get clean here or there for a month or two. She'll, go here, there. You see her talking about God, and then she's back out there because some grown man got a hold of her and turned her out. And she never been able to kick it. So y'all better take a hold of y'all grandkids, y'all children. Y'all better check that music. You better check that phone. And anybody that you dating, they not dating your kids, okay? You let that be clear to that mother. Don't talk to my daughter. Don't come around my daughter. When I leave, Negro, you leave. You will not be in the house with mine. No, I'm sorry. We live together. You better figure out what hours the work you gonna be working, because you not gonna be in the house with my child by themselves. I don't care if it's a boy, because the boy's doing it too. No, sir. No, sir. That's why it's better nowadays to be single, because these people messing with your children. At least wait until your kids grown. Now I know why my friend mother never dated when her kids was younger. We never ever seen her mama, their mama with a man. And I'd be like, dang, y'all ain't got no daddy, she ain't no boyfriend now. She didn't want nobody with her kids. And when her kids got grown and left, she started dating again. But she made up in her mind, I'm focused on raising these kids, getting these crazy kids out of my house, get my bills paid up, getting my life right, then it's me. Now she's living her best life. So when y'all be saying people too old to live their best life, no, this is when you supposed to start living. When you done raised your kids, you done did your thing, now you free, you ain't got no obligations to nothing, now you can live. So that myth, you too old to be looking for a boyfriend, that's when I'm supposed to have one. I wasn't supposed to have different dudes around my kids. Did y'all, we got the game messed up. So mama, you single, you can do what you do. You can run through the house butt naked. You can have them big 48 double, triple Z's hanging to your knees if you want to, and just dance. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. Don't let nobody tell you too old. You didn't pay your dues. You didn't did your due diligence. And if your grandkids come over, you got a boyfriend, you call him and tell him he can't come this weekend. You can't, my grandkids here. Oh, I want to meet your grandkids. No, you don't. No, you don't. For what? They don't need no granddaddy. They good. Sorry. You really got to be that way, because you don't know these people. And then when you do decide to let them in your life, before you do that, make sure you got a good relationship with family members. A good relationship with family members. Because they're going to tell you, somebody out of the 10 going to tell you if this brother ain't right. If that sister on some shit. If he was born a girl and she was born a boy. They going to tell you. You got to get a good relationship with the family. And the best thing to do is go to a spades party on a Friday night when everybody drinking. Oh, they going to tell they shit. You walk in, they be like, you with Jarvis? Everybody tell her about him. Shut up, Pookie. I'm for real. She don't know. But they going to tell. It's going to be a big mouth cousin or crazy uncle. You know that boy used to be a girl. That used to be Jardina. What? Huh? Ask for the baby pictures. Ask for the... They going to tell. Let my cousin used to be a damn dude. Now he a girl. And he walk up in here with a dude. And you know, black people, they all gonna look like, especially if he cute, he don't know. He gonna be like, I don't know what. You see the family picture right here? You see it's 5 boys. My auntie had 5 boys. My auntie had 5 boys. That's his siblings and his mom and dad. Her siblings and mom and dad. And she the second oldest. Her mama had 5 boys. If you don't pick up on that food, something wrong with you. So where you at? Where you at? Kim, where you at? Kim used to be Kevin. You better go to the barbecue. This your girl Nina from Unbreakable, Strong Woman. It is a sad day. Nope, it's not a sad day. Jarvis gone. The devil just came to collect his. You know what I'm saying? But I'm praying if he unalived himself, because we don't know how he perished yet. They just say he's gone. If he unalived himself, I pray to God he left a note and said where that baby at. She's been gone over a year now, so there's nothing left of her, but at least we'll have some closure and know where she's at. because he would not tell where he put her body. And one of the text messages, y'all, he was telling her to drink some shit to have an abortion. He said, I made up some stuff. So I think it was like some antifreeze and some shit he thought was, this how dumb his ass was, that it was gonna flush the baby out. So I think she was drinking and stuff and probably passed in that car. And he panicked and had to get rid of her. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he intentionally did it. I'm for real. I think he made her drink. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll come back with some more stuff because this Keisha and Tasha K and all this stuff going on still on YouTube. I mean, YouTube is beefing hard. I don't like it, so I try not to talk about them. We need to talk about some real shit. I don't care who shot John, who's suing what. Y'all really need to stop that black on black hate on YouTube. That shit is outrageous. This is not the streets, and it's getting worse every single day. All the content out here that you could be talking about. You know, it's so much more you could be sharing. Like this story. I mean, damn, y'all. Enlighten people. Bring some awareness to your community. I don't give a damn who Tasha suing. Let her sue him. Let her get her money. Shit. Let Cardi B get her money. Let Keisha get her money. Let Anton get it. I don't care. Shit. But damn it, don't be pulling down your own people to eat. We all got to eat out here. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. Talk to y'all later. Bye. Make sure you push like, share, subscribe. Push the hype button. Like. Please watch 5 videos before I come back. All right, bye.